Beach guys. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Top of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low.
What a move by Gobert, closing that open space in the pick and roll.
So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make three. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Holiday with the 3. Gobert pulls it in. The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
It's too easy for him when he's that close. The defense has to put a body on Gobert inside.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. Unsurprisingly, the conversation turned to Rudy Gobert. Let's be honest, he's scary, Coach said about the 7-footer. He hinted their strategy might involve trying to, quote, lure Rudy out of the paint so he's not there to slap away our layups. Maybe some tricky play here to try and push Gobert out of his comfort zone. Guys, back over to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Picked by Randall. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Pass to Kamare. Back to Holiday. Takes the 3. They get the rebound. Clingan. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And I love how hard Clingan works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
Gobert with a screen on Sharp. And finished off by Gobert.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Pass to Sharp. Clingan the screen for Sharp. Clingan's shot is off. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a league as you'll find in our league.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dancers.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Blazer.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Minnesota. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Trailblazers, 7 games back.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing, and perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Now, here's Grant. Against Phoenix, he was really on his game. For 3, Love. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Timberwolves leading by 11. Here's Highland. Love grabs the board.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Grant outside. Yang. He's defended by Highland. For 3, Love. Reed with the rebound.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
From deep Ingles. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice, soft touch inside.
Here's Reed. Misses the 3. And so it's Minnesota in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Minnesota.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Henderson and Sharp are the guards. Then there's Jeremy Grant. And it's Sissoko in at the 3 slot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Highland's shot is good. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Here's Randall following the basket by Jeremy Grant. Outside Conley. Pass to Randall. Here's Dosunmu. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Diaz checked in for Scoot Henderson. And a change for the Timberwolves. Edwards is checked in. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Grant against Randall. Grant the pass to Yang. Stolen by Reed. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Flying in, it's Edwards.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Kevin, back to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
Avdia, Michael Conley making his last shot. Avdia can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 13.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Sissoko. No good with the triple. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Edwards, good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Avdia kicks to Grant. Avdia, a screen on Randall. Grant with the ball. Conley picks him up. Conley against Grant. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Just 4 to shoot. Randall. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. He's got 7.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now, here's Avdia. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Sharp against Conley. Lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Minnesota leading by 19. Dosunmu, the pass to Conley. Here's Edwards. Can't hit the step-back jump shot. Inside, here's Sissoko. And he banks in the lane.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Minnesota out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. And swerving off topic for a moment, since this is the halftime show, I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he's close to the double-double. He didn't know if it was rebounds and points already or a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about the cheeseburger. What are you talking about, Kenny?
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly the way they drew it up.
Yeah, this one might already be over.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the three. Hits it from three-point range.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Minnesota leading by 14. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. DiVincenzo with the screen for Randall. Plays it up and banks it in. Randall's got 9 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Shot by McDaniels, no good. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And Sharp has it in the corner. Swinging the screen for Sharp. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Holiday. From the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. So, Clark, looking at the history of the Timberwolves, they're in the most successful stretch ever.
Yeah, you look at the first 24 seasons, Minnesota won just 2 playoff series total. They've won 4 rounds in the last 2 years alone in the playoffs. You know, what's been the key if you ask that question? I'd say having that guy Anthony Edwards is where you start.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Party time, Portland. Here are your Blazers record and crew.
Fast break points. And they're also top 5 in three-point shooting. Some being the scheme, but also this group's put in a lot of practice.
Greg, as you said, they're nearly all top of the league in block shots. You better be able to score from the perimeter against them because it is not easy to bring it inside. Sharp against Edwards. Bounce pass from Sharp. Swinging the screen for Avdia. And the Trailblazers another 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Got it. Edwards converts for 2.
They've come out hot this second half, hitting 3 of their first 4 shots.
Well, year after year, Clark, we continue to see Anthony Edwards increase his scoring.
Yeah, and I like the fact that his efficiency has gone up as well, Kevin. That's a nice combination. Scoring going up and efficiency improving, and that's a problem for sure for the rest of the league.
DiVincenzo finds Randall for the three, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. The shot by Sharp, nobody around, trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Randall down low, defended by Avdia. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. His three-pointers off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Bones Hyland is checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Pass to Sharp. Jacks up a three. Portland again missing. And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Guys, back over to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And so here's Portland, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Avdia against McDaniel. Shot clock at 5. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Deni Avdia. Putting up about 24 points per, 6 assists and 7 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Dosunmu in for McDaniels. Now here's Randall. He's got 15. Out to Edwards. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
It's time to get down with your mascot, the Blue.
For the Timberwolves. Here's Henderson. Scoreless thus far. Grant with a screen on Hyland. Henderson looking it over. Pass to Krejci. 4 on the clock. Wants to get it to Grant and does. Count the basket. Grant's got 6.
By going cold in that first half, they made things hard on themselves, but they've been warming up since that time.
Randall outside. Here's Dosunmu. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Julius Randle getting it done for the Timberwolves. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Back to the action in just a minute. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Shaedon Sharpe, and it's Yang in at center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Offensive rebound. Shannon passes to Highland. Randall with a screen for Highland. From downtown, the rebound by Grant. Trailblazers trail by 18. Pass to Wesley. Back to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill.
Randall outside. Now here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
And for Portland, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Pass to Sharpe. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Sissoko, no good. Minnesota leading by 18. Now Randall, he's covered by Grant. The wide open look here for Highland. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Sharpe, good, and Grant gets the assist. Grant's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Dosunmu. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Let's get crazy for our Trailblazers Stunts team. Here they come, fans.
Portland on defense. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. A putback. It's good on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now Randall, following the miss by Denny Avdia from deep. Here's DiVincenzo. McDaniels. And the 3 misses.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shaedon Sharpe. The 3 doesn't go. Minnesota leading by 18. Here's Gobert. Randall outside. Now Edwards. And he does not hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Sharp. Avdia outside, just 5 to shoot. Floats one up, and he gets it, 1 to go.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Outside Edwards. Oh my, what a play. Oh, what a finish.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
It misses. Timberwolves have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Minnesota.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And just breaking the spirit of their opponent. 3 straight times this year, this win is going to give them a perfect 3-0 record with 1 left to be played on the season against Portland.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Julius Randle.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And that one, good.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Sharp, the pass to Avdia. Here's Kamare. Portland, no good that time either. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Julius Randle.